guys? Chris here from anabolicmen.com. I am out on a walk. I'm going to shoot some videos for you here today. This video, I'm going to address a common question that we get quite often. What's the best macronutrient split for optimal hormone balance, basically, or testosterone production for guys? I think this applies to both men and women for hormone balance. And basically, what we teach, what Ali and I teach with Anabolic Men and in the Test Shock program, and now in the new book, which is the update to the Test Shock program, is called Master Your Testosterone, which is at masteryourtestosterone.com. In these programs and on the blog and everything, what we teach is to have a starting point and then kind of adjust it to your own needs and to your own desires, basically. Because when you start at the starting point of 20% protein and then 40-40 fats and carbs, generally that's very, very balanced. It's got enough protein to support your training. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need excessive amounts of protein to build muscle or to retain muscle or to support training. 20% is plenty in terms of a macro split. But also, the carbs and fats are more important for endocrine health than protein. So what a lot of people do is they end up eating too much protein and they sacrifice consumption of either carbs or fats, and then they end up going very low in their testosterone levels. So hopefully you can see me. It seems like the sun is, maybe I'll be shadow man here for a minute. We see this actually a lot in studies looking at bodybuilders who consume high protein. And there was actually a really good study that compared different types of fats, carbs, and then protein consumption, and then measured the ratios and found what would be the most important ratios for testosterone production. A couple of these ratios basically were you want to have lower polyunsaturated fat intake compared to saturated fat intake. You want to have lower polyunsaturated fat compared to monounsaturated fat intake. You want to have a higher carb to protein ratio. Those are the big key ones. So when you take that in context altogether, having about a 20-40-40 is a good starting place. However, we say this as a starting place because it's not the exact right thing for everyone. People are individuals. You're going to have, across the gamut of everyone who is watching this video even right now, everyone's going to have a slightly different level of insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance, and therefore people are going to want to basically shift the carbs and fats around a bit. So if you keep the proteins right around 20% of your daily intake, and what might be actually better for most people is to up the carbs a bit and then drop the fats a bit, and focus your fat intake on saturated fats and monounsaturated fats. But don't overconsume monounsaturated fats, because also if you consume too much of those, then it's been shown to block DHT conversion. But you can definitely consume them in moderation. And a couple good ones are avocados and olives. So very simple, just keep it simple. In terms of carbs, if you up your carb intake, I recommend upping it by including more fructose in your diet, so more fruits, because fructose has been shown to lower SHBG levels, which is sex hormone binding globulin, which basically binds testosterone molecules. So if you lower your SHBG and balance it out with more fructose, then you'll have more free testosterone available for binding to androgen receptor sites. So what might end up being, let's say you start at a 20-40-40, you might end up having like a 20-30-50, that kind of thing. Use the 20-40-40 as a starting point, and then adjust it based on your needs, based on what makes you feel satisfied, based on what helps you get as many good, healthy micronutrients into your diet as possible, and what helps you sleep at night too. Upping your carb intake relative to fat intake might give you better sleep, and then overall you're going to feel better because you're sleeping more, you're more relaxed. So hopefully this helps, hopefully it clears it up. It's a very common question. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.